am Abdul Tarzi. Very intelligent in the animals and the human species as well. We have to be very good with human beings. We have to be kind to human beings. Human has very good intelligence, very good eyes. Remember that the eyes is like A, B, C, D. A for eyes, and we need to have good eyes vision. That's a big part of human beings. Good mind and good thinking. I would like to have good body, good health, and a good neck and a good stomach, good legs. It's all fingers. It's all I like to keep English. It's all hearing. It's all tongue. It's all teeth. My tongue is good. Our teeth are really good. My eyes are very good. A lot of the things about human beings and animals have as well. So we should be very thankful to human and animals for making this world relatively safe. We don't have the right to injury human beings too much, and we don't have the right to injure animals. We shouldn't even injure a car. What we have to do is help people become more safe and peaceful, so that the human beings can grow. It's so important to have good vision, the ability to see. The human beings have amazing eyes, like brown eyes and black eyes. I myself have brown eyes, but sometimes it looks like black eyes. And the human have amazing green eyes and gray eyes, and people do what they can to survive. Seeing is a very important part of human life, and we should think about human beings strong and safe and peaceful and coming together. We can give some jobs to animal I want, and we can give a lot of good work to men and women to get together. I just hope that they can have a good joint for animals and good joints for human being, and human have good bones and animals have good bones. So we have like the two eyes vision. That's amazing how a human was able to bring two eyes vision to the world. And my guess is insan came first, and then the alphabetical order shows insan comes first, A-N-S-A-N, and then I want A-Y, I want W-N. So the Y comes next. I want. Most likely the alphabetical order is very accurate in some cases like this, and I want comes second, animals. So my hope is that insan gets their language, like the Muslim language, and that the human has like Adam, A-D-A-M, that spells a human being, and that's the one that we know of. Eve as well, and Adam and Eve both came first compared to animals. You know, the great book of describe how humans came first in the great books of Quran and the great books of well, at first the book came like Abdul. It's good to think of the best of the books and best books. Even our friend George, one of the singers, if that's his name, think about best of the bones, best of the books, and think about how ABCD shows the best. The books are very important. The books help the human beings with their hands and writings. It's incredibly able to read and write, and that influenced the speaking a little bit better, the talking, the movement, the thinking, and we were able to make the planets a little bit more safe than it is. It is a safe planet. ABCD, Aleph, Beta, Theta. ABCD is a great language as well. They both can be used, ABCD and Aleph, Beta, Theta, to keep people safe. Now we have a couple other ones like the Chinese, but they rely on ABCD. Muslims and Indians and Afghans and Russians and Germans and Americans, USA, Canada, they rely on ABCD a lot. I myself, I love writing the Aleph, Beta, Theta, like Allah, and I also like spelling Allah in English. I know how to spell it very well, and that little spelling will give us the advantage to move, to walk, to sit, to build a swimming pool, to bring water to people and bring water to animals. And it's so important that the Bible and Quran kind of talks about this, but it says we have some power given to you by God, given to you by Allah and God, to have power with the earth and make it safe. I believe even the human beings will have power with the universe. With the universe, that's everything to make human beings safe. And we also have good friends like human beings and nature and trees and We have very good friends like plants and trees and grass and bushes, and we have a lot of friends in the animals. Animals are used as your best friend, trees and nature. So we do what we can to be safe and not burn an animal. Don't burn trees. Don't burn human. The idea is farming food. That's different. That farming food has to be more made safer and more peaceful towards human. Maybe we'll have some food and something very nice and kind towards human as far as food and groceries. But it's good to see. I mean, if you really care about human beings, you would care about the nature too, like trees and grass and homes to be safe, and also to make sure the animals, sometimes a dog and cat, or a giraffe, or a horse, or the smallest rabbit and lizard, all those and human beings are God's creatures. In God's allows world and human beings world of peace, we have to bring a lot of peace together. I'm hoping the animals we find in nature, somewhere like nature, or that the animals like animal nature and human nature, inside nature. We bring inside and human to the nature of human beings. They call humans sometimes human nature. I would like to just be a little bit more kinder, more peaceful to human beings, yes, and also to the animals. Because if the human really thinks about it, how we have vision, how we have from human beings and animals, how we can see, then we come closer and we bring more unity towards human beings. A lot of things is how we love human beings, and sometimes we overwork for human when it comes to animals. When it comes to human, some people even like to bring human to their house, and myself, it's up to human, but I myself think that you can grow bigger, you can think more, and you could be more friendlier to the world if we can bring the animals to like a wilderness or zoo, as long as the zoo is a friendly place that the animals like. And it's just like your house. Our house, it's hard for us to understand, but our house is made like our house in the middle of nowhere, something like that. Or our house, you remember the song? In the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of the street or something. Our house. Remember he sings our house in the middle of nowhere, or in the middle of the streets, or something like that. Well, human beings have the streets and the city, and our house is very important. Our house is good, and human has to have good housing. People have to stay nice and comfortable, and men and women are also very good at home. For example, Faisal, my brother, you see him sometimes, he loves the house. We should give him a bigger house. He's always enjoyed the house, and he likes to go out walking sometimes, so it has to be safe enough for him to walk. He goes swimming sometimes. When we had a bigger house with a pool, Faisal would go swimming. I go swimming here. Faisal only comes when Idris and Trace comes to our house, and he goes swimming sometimes. We have Murgana girl, we have my mom, we have Horia, and sometimes we see them go swimming here. When I'm here, and Faisal, me and Saul, there's a lot of girls, very nice looking girls come out here, and very nice males, and they swim in the same swimming pool. And Faisal doesn't even go to the swimming pool because he wants his sister, he wants his brothers, he wants a bigger pool. So we have to make people all comfortable of different kinds to go swimming. Human beings, this is really, if you care about human beings, and everyone does their own thing, where someone likes to stay home or another person likes to go walking, then human beings are going to be fine. But since in this planet there's human beings. In this planet there's a lot of men and women. There's a lot of, we call it Alek Jali, Saray Shizi, and Bacha Dukhtar, Alek Jali, and Bacha Dukhtar, and Saray Shizi, a lot of different names in Afghanistan. Afghanistan has Pashto and Farsi, or Farsi and Pashto, and they're both a very good language. It's the first country's language, which is a wonderful language. But we also rely on amazing languages like this. This is English. That was Farsi Pashto. Afghanistan also has Arab languages, Uh, Farsi Pashto is one of their main official languages. Arab is just as official because we heard some Arab in school at the Quran. I believe we've heard French sometimes in Afghanistan, and we also have very good French languages. We have some very nice uh, English C, and the population of the world is just fine. I'm Abdul Tarzi, and I hope to make the population better. We try to get the family together here. We used to have a lot of great family. Now the United States, America is doing wonderful. It's just a reliance on all ABCD. I have to rely on both. I have to rely on Afghanistan. I have to rely on America and Germany. And even if you're fighting, you still rely on Afghanistan, the first country. I have to. You have to rely on Russia, Germany. Russia is your largest country. Russia, the largest ABCD is Russia because it's the largest country. I'm trying to get the Russians, if it's possible, LPPT languages and ABCD. I know ABCD very well. I kind of understand the Afghan Farsi, Pashto Farsi, and I do understand English. So I'm trying to get the world Farsi Pashto, but mainly English. So you get your own language, but you have to at least learn one Muslim Afghan. I'm not going to be the only Afghan, and neither is Hamid Karzai. Hamid Karzai or Ashraf Ghani. We have to be together. We really believe mostly that the world has to stand together. And Ashraf Ghani is a very, very, very powerful man of Afghanistan. It's not just me and you or Donald Trump or Joe Biden, which they try to show. It's not just because Ashraf Ghani is the main guy. Hamid Karzai, he has to still perform. I have to perform. Everybody has, we still believe in very big, strong, powerful people like Macaroon. Queen Elizabeth passed away. We pray Queen Elizabeth. Does that have all the Elizabeth? That's a good name. And she passed away. We hope she's in heaven. And it's important to stay alive and well in heaven and alive. And your mind keeps growing with alive in heaven. And you see how Queen Elizabeth's in a good place? Well, we have to, when she was there, the world was relatively peace, and everybody, man and woman, everybody had something to carry.
The TV remote.
The what?
The TV remote.
It's there somewhere. Everyone had to carry some of their weight. It seems like when Queen Elizabeth passed away, people have to carry more than their weight, and that's not fair. We have to think in terms of how the presidents or kings and queens and senators, yes, but the public, the singer and actors that sometimes like ZZ Top or let's say Axl Rose, Metallica, you have to feel for them taking a lot of weight. And in the president, king and queens, like let's say our friend Joseph Biden, Kamala Harris, they're taking a lot of weight for a person. And what you have to do is work together in other ways to, if it's needed for the population, to help them. Like, let's say singing for, Afghanistan, Anand Saeed, Naim Popal. He used to take a lot of weight, and then Farhad Darya came in. A lot of people are happy that there's a lot of young people, middle-aged people, they're taking some more weight, and people are getting happy. Anyway, so you work together and get some weight. If you see a Carl's Jr. woman, last time I used to go to Carl's Jr. and I had man and woman servers, and it used to have a lot more employees. A lot of people it was exciting. People were sitting down. People were refreshed, and the Carl's Jr. or McDonald's was a happy thing because there was something about goodness about food and happiness. And an Afghan or Iranian restaurant was good. Indian, American restaurants. If we call it Afghanistan, we could call American restaurants. Whatever the Afghans have, it'll be hard, but I think we can call them Russian restaurant because they're the biggest country. We can't just do Indian restaurant. And if he's taking too much weight, you get everyone. Anyway, so sometimes I'll go to the Indian and they had a lot of great food buffet, and we would eat together. And they would take good amount of weight. Like 10 or 20 employees, and they'd bring like 50 people to the buffet, which in the United States, in America, any other countries, we think in terms of health and being peaceful when we have buffet. That's wonderful. I mean, let's say we think in terms of a lot of different countries. Like I can do things like we went to a Chinese restaurant, we saw a different version, but people need help everywhere. So you can go over there and ask them, you're feeding the whole families of human. Ask them if they need some help to get the food and groceries good together. We have to be, generous, and we have to be kind. We have to think in terms of peace and with all your friends. There's other people besides food. There's people that make streets and they use asphalt. So you have to think in terms of putting asphalt and helping them. Let's say you bring them drinks, maybe they know what they're doing, but the asphalt is well made in America. It's there's a lot of different things like the dirt and the soil and asphalt that are kind of the plants that kind of work together on the ground, and the ground is very, very safe to walk on. Where human beings have to just be careful out there with some of that. For me, it's not when an animal bites me, I actually feel good. They usually just a little mosquito or a little rabbit comes by my foot, or a little dog. It doesn't bite you; it just comes close to you and relatively clean, relatively very nice. For me, it's if a car crashes into you, I want people to be very careful and not to crash into human. Make sure you don't hit a human. And the car has to be a little bit more safer, and you got to have good speeds. I generally think of 4 tires, 40 miles, 40 kilometers. 4 tires, 40 miles, 40 kilometers. I mean, that's a lot faster than human. What's that going to do? It's going to make us more safe. And if it goes 75 or 100, I think that guy that says, I can't drive 55. Remember that guy? I can't drive 55. Well, that guy was pretty cool in the court, but I don't know what he didn't know what he was saying. We didn't know what he's saying. He might be saying, I can't even drive 55. That's what this television is. And what happened in America and the world, when they saw that I can't drive 55, they put their speeds to 75 to 100 miles and 100 kilometers, and that it doesn't work. The car is getting crashed. He probably saying, if I know my friends after he drives, and if I know him, he was not even driving that much. If I know him, he's probably saying, if I know these singers, if I know this population, he's probably saying, yeah, they're going to say 1 or 2 is going to say 75, 8. But if they know the automobile, what if we can go 40 miles? Will we still be safe? The whole public doesn't have to go to racing. He's saying 4 tires, 40 miles. I can't go 55. I don't want to go 55 for a young old lady, for a young man, an old man, because they might get in a crash. The personal guy, the television, the injury guy, all he does is talk in terms of be safer. He's trying to say be safer, but he has to say personal injury on the lawyers. Well, the lawyers are very, very important, and we have to also stay a little bit more safe and peaceful. And they are right. They have people like Larry H. Parker. He's been around for a long time, and they have new guys like Sweet James. Well, but we have sweet for Larry H. Parker too. We have sweetness for Imrani as well. It's not just Joe Savayan and his way. In the English language, there's a lot more language than J. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So that's just the alphabet, but just the simple one. There's the Afghan, there's 40 in the letters. There's about 30 letters in English. And we need to be more safer in the languages and and the names of human we can give to people and let them practice law. The law is everything. We're almost 20 minutes. Now, the law is with you. The law in government is everything, and we got to give it to other people to give it a chance. The medical world as well, doctors and nurses, we have to give a chance to people that have good shoulders, and good bones, good brain, and good body. We have to give them a chance as well. But the world is more peaceful. We can't go through just warning and jealousies. We can't just do warning and jealousy, jealousy and warning. We can't. We have to be able to give freedom more to human beings. Think about people. Think about your vision. Think about the nature. How you're able to see the tree. How you're able to stand with a large tree. How you're able to walk. How you're able to drive a vehicle safely. And think of in terms more about by language and safety. You're able to bring more to the world. And everyone is your friend. You can't, John and Abdul and Sam, there, Solomon, Faisal, Hamid, all Kamala Harris now. That's amazing. She's going to be a president, maybe. These are all your friends. If Kamala Harris is able to make herself safe without bothering people, she could be a president easily. We have a great people in Russia, Europe. The European president for EU, we believe, is a woman. But we also, the national president is a man for Vladimir Putin. The big president over there is King Charles, and the King Charles, and he's giving me more chance of English, which I really appreciate. I'm thankful to King Charles. I'm thankful to Amir Karzai, who also spoke English very well, and he can probably Ghani and Amir Karzai definitely can probably speak Pashto and Farsi as well, probably some other language as well, like French or German. Because the Afghans and England and America and Russia, these are important countries, can speak many languages. So think about staying safe. Think about staying peaceful. Think about how human beings are your friends, and how we can stay united. Think about animals and how animals could be your friends, and think about nature, like trees are your friends, and even human beings have the best houses. Your homes are your friends. Man, think about it. A mirror is your friend, a mirror, and the mirror right here, that's your friend. Let's see if I can. That's me right there. See, I'm a nice looking, handsome man. I'm very good looking. All right, I'm healthy. All right, well, thank you very much. That's the mirror. Close up. All right, well, thank you very much. And this is me a little thirsty. So if you need more speech like this, just once I drink some water and juice, some drinks, and I think I'm going to be able to speak nice and loud again. And this is a pretty good language. If I speak too loud and too fast, maybe you can't understand it, so it'll probably slow my speech. One of the best medicine for to speak well and to do this, drink good water, good juice, and get your 3 meals a day. And then also try to get some medicine. Medicine is good for your health, good for your heart, good for your mind, and it's good to have medicine. Somebody will say, wow, this guy is nice, handsome, good looking. Well, if you can see the person's hands, you're handsome. You're handsome because you can see the person's hands. See, I've got hands right there. All right, that's me right there, and that's me right there. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.